Hello, everybody. Joe Bacon Donuts here, and welcome back to another episode of Summer Pockets Reflection Blue, where last time we left off had fun hanging out with Umi and Shiraha doing stuff. Made some origami, did some things, picture books with a story about a butterfly that totally isn't gonna loop back around and connect in at the end with those last couple pages where they decided, the original ending was too sad. Let's kind of throw in a bit of an epilogue there to kind of brighten the mood a bit. I'm sure we won't get a reveal on what that is at all towards the very end. Why is Facebook giving me notifications about people I haven't talked to in like 15 years? Like, they just posted. It's like, I don't give a fuck. Anyway, I'm feeling a little bit better today. I definitely had a little something going on yesterday. I might still today, but it's kind of worked its way out of like my throat. It's not as kind of scratching, a little bit sore feeling. It's a little dry. It's got like a tiny scratch to it, but hopefully you can tell that I'm not nearly as froggy as I was yesterday. It will have been 2 days ago for you, because the video that I recorded yesterday for me, the last video that went up, I recorded yesterday, which is coming out tomorrow. Anyway, time is nonsensical here. Sorry, I'm getting my headphone cord disentangled. It was like caught on the knob of my desk, and I don't want to get it pulled out. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, I'm feeling a little bit better. On the bright side, I don't have work tonight, so I'm able to kind of I can give this a little bit more of my time. Also, it's Friday, which means I really need to get started on my homework too and my class assignments, because this is the week where like all the final assignments you're supposed to work on them, because they're going to be due on like the first day of the next class week, which is Wednesday. So I really only have like 5 days to finish them, in addition to the regular week's schoolwork, study, test, and whatnot. So that's going to be taking up a whole bunch of my time. Fortunately, I'll be able to do it all night tonight, because the reason I have work off is I'm going to a different shift starting next week, which is the overnight shift, which is oodles and boodles of fun. The first couple days of the transition are a bit rough. I'm really going to need to force myself to stay awake tonight. So hopefully I can just grind away at my homework all night long. It's a bit of a pain for doing my homework, because it throws off like when my week starts, because the first shift of the week is technically on Sunday, even though it's the first shift for Monday, because we get there at 11:30, p.m. the night prior, so that way when the clock rolls over to midnight, and it's the start of the next day, we're the first shift. So you start on Sunday and you finish working Friday morning. Yeah, you come in Thursday night, work, get off on Friday morning, then your weekend starts. It kind of like shifts the entire week for you, like back a day. Plus that it's overnight, so you're sleeping during the day. So your entire schedule, anything you need to do during the week, is now a little fucked up. So hopefully that doesn't cause too big of an issue for me. Knock on wood. And it's also really fucking hot today. Oh my god, it's like 97 out, plus humidity. Actually, let me look at the temperature, see what it is. I think we're supposed to get some thunderstorms tonight. Yeah, feels like 109 out. It certainly does. So I got my AC going. It's doing its thing. Actually gonna turn on my fan to just the first notch. That way it's not blowing into the microphone and making a ton of noise. Because I did notice, I couldn't tell if it was on the actual video a couple episodes ago, but there's like a buzzing sound when I was listening to it in Premiere when I was editing the video, cutting out dead air segments, like when I went to go to the bathroom or answer the door or something. Like whenever I talked, I could hear like a slight buzz. It wasn't like ridiculous, so I don't want that to happen again. I probably should have checked the YouTube recording and make sure that that was good, but I didn't care. It was fairly negligent. I'm moving further and further away from the mic now. The fan is now on. Hopefully you won't hear it. Even though it's 110 out, that's not stopping me from drinking my hot coffee because I need it. Anywho, last episode, we're going bug catching. We're gonna catch some cool Shimamon and then fight them. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know what kind of bugs we're catching. Anyway, I need a bug catching net.
あんた、駄菓子屋を何でも屋だと思ってない？
You don't have any?
あるわよ。
You could have just said so. She quickly produced a bunch of nets. More than I expected, actually.
ナイロン製、木綿製、粗め、細め、竿部分がアルミか竹か、伸縮タイプか。ハンター仕様のなら奥にあるけど、見る？
That's so complete an answer is actually making this harder. And what's a hunter grade bug net? I'm super curious now.
狙う獲物は？
Butterflies, I guess? I answered while thinking back to the picture Umi drew. Al's face lit up.
なるほど。それなら私の出番ね。
Say what now?
この島で蝶を取らせれば、私以上の人間はいないわ。
Yeah, it's kind of like your entire motif. You got your little hair bauble. Your ribbon on the side is also tied up to look like butterfly wings. You have a butterfly on your belt. But Umi's the one who's going to be catching it.
ああ、そっか。
She looked a little disappointed.
でも、優秀なガイドがいなきゃ、いい蝶は取れないわよ。
You're just bored and want to come along, huh? She posed proudly. It seems she has an unusually strong fixation on butterflies. Is that how it works?
そういうものよ。
In that case, feel like being our guide?
ええ、いいわよ。でも、あくまで海ちゃんのためよ。
Yep, not to hang out with us. I know, I know.
あんたのためじゃないんだから、勘違いしないでよ。
Hooray! Fucking stock standard tsundere line. Let's go. I could really do without that whole routine, thanks. Oh, words. I can't even speak. I'm so shocked by, baseline mid-2000s tsundere stereotype in the year of our Lord 2025 that it short-circuited my brain. I held up my palm and brought the conversation back under control. For now, I'll just take whichever net you recommend. I'm home.
おかえり。こんにちは。お久しぶり。
Yep, another day, another woman. Whose expression stiffened the moment she saw Al. Here we go again.
あれ？私のこと忘れちゃった？愛人。
Oh, looks like the jig's up, Al.
ちょっと何言ってんのよ。バカじゃないの
？I've been through this before, so I figured I'd try being the instigator this time around.
お母さん、お父さんが愛人連れてきた。
Yeah, go play in the living room with the TV on real loud, Umi. We'll have three of us are gonna go have an adult talk in the other room. Whoops, I brought bedlam upon myself this time.
あんた絶対バカでしょ。あって、お母さん？誰がいるの？
I guess Shirha showed up early today.
シロハ？
Shirha and Ao sat on opposite sides of the table. Shirha was staring a hole in the ground, presumably out of embarrassment. Ao, in contrast, looked pleased.
そっかそっか。シロハがお母さん役を引き受けたのね。めでたいわね。
Is it?
シロハがこうやって誰かと一緒にいるなんてさ。
Is that unusual?
そんなことないし。
When I think about it, they were saying stuff about Shirha being shy and unsociable back at my welcome party. She was pretty curt with me at first, too. Curt enough that thinking back on it makes me depressed. But somewhere along the line, being around her started feeling normal.
で、この前あんたが買っていった絵日記はこういう使い方してるのね。
Yeah, it's going pretty well.
それで、今日は虫取りなんだけど。大丈夫。必要な道具は全部揃えてあるわ。蝶々、使 捕まえられる？
Probably.
もちろんよ。私が来たからには一生の思い出になるような蝶
Yeah,
を
they're
捕まえ
attracted
させ
to
て
her
あげる。
pheromones. We set off into the mountains, each of us carrying a bug net and a cage.
海ちゃん、網はこう持つのよ。
I was teaching Umi how to use a bug catching net.
一番捕まえやすいのは蝶が蜜を吸っている時よ。息を止めてそっと近づいて鼻ごとガバッとすくうの
Ooh,
よ。
I was hunting bugs earlier today in my house. Because of the heat, some flies were trying to get in. They managed to break their way in when I opened the door to take out the trash today. So I was running around with my little salt shotgun trying to like blast them out of the air. I managed to trap them in my kitchen. I was like standing in the doorway, hunched over with it, like I don't know. I felt like I was in fucking Predator or something, like trying to corner my prey. Finally managed to knock him out of there and step on him. It was real gross. Anyway, that was a complete aside. What were you talking about, Al?
蝶が網に入ったら素早く切り返すこと。
Yep.
そしたら逃げられなくなるから。あいあいさ。
Umi looked really serious as she listened to Al's
じゃあ
guidance.
実践行ってみましょうか。あいあいさ。
Looks like it's time for battle already. Umi looked a bit
大
nervous.
丈夫かな。
Now, we've got an excellent guide with us, so I'm sure it'll be fine. I might try catching one myself, since I'm here and all. Hey, Umi, let's race to see who can catch a butterfly first. In a flash, Umi was all smiles again. Thinking of it as a race must have done away with her nervousness.
大丈夫よ。
Nervousness? Nervousness.
私の教えたことをしっかり思い出してね。はい、先生。あの花を見て、海ちゃん。蝶は青色や紫色の花を好むのよ。
Does it have to do with like ultraviolet?
あいあいさ。
Like those colors specifically attract them? Because bugs see in a different, like bugs and birds see in different light ranges than us, so. What looks like just a standard color to us, like will be a lot more vibrant or have a different pattern on it to an insect. Hey, don't you think all this advice is giving her a bit too much of an advantage?
あらー、もう敗北宣言？
As if. Just watch. I'll catch one faster than Umi for sure.
気になってどうするの？海ちゃんに蝶を取ってもらうのが目的なんでしょ？
Right, but Mercy just weighs you down in a contest.
勝負じゃないし。
Whoops, no time to talk. I got one in my sights. I sighted a butterfly fluttering around a few meters away. It was a swallowtail. I'll show you the difference between adults and children.
と投げない。
I heard Shira say something, but I was too fired up to listen. I'll absolutely catch one before Umi. Nice and slow. Nice and slow. I held my breath and snuck up on the fluttering swallowtail. I'm in range. Ha! Flutter. Ah! Got away!
これだから素人は。アオスジアゲハは俊敏だから飛んでいるところを捕まえるのは難しいのよ。給水中なんかの止まっているところを狙うのがセオリーよ。
Mm-hmm. Why did I know something like that?
来た。
A butterfly was approaching the flower Umi had been keeping watch over.
慌てないで。止まって落ち着くまで待つのよ。はいはいさ。
It landed on the flower. It seemed to be harvesting nectar. Umi waited and observed it motionlessly.
そっと網を近づけていって。はい。そっとね。そーっと。そーっと。
Umi held her breath and slowly but surely brought the net up to the butterfly. And when she was about 30 centimeters away, she swung the net with all her might. Then she flipped it over, just like Ao taught her. Then Umi's net was a splendidly captured butterfly.
上手上手。やったわね。一匹ゲットよ。いやー。あなたの負け。
I never said I was competing to catch one first. This sort of contest about seeing who can catch the most, usually.
あんたって結構ダサいわね。お母さん て蝶々捕まえた。
すごいね。見てたよ。
Umi, there's a butterfly over there, too.
本当だ。
This time it's my turn to catch one. Flutter.
そんな遠くから大振りしても無理よ。そーっとそーっと。えい。
あ、また捕まえた。
I'd be worried about, just smacking it off the rim of my net and just like fucking splattering the thing. I'd feel bad about it. She got the one that ran away from me, huh?
本当に上手ね。このままだと島一番のバタフライハンターになるんじゃない？
That title is so lame, it's kind of perfect.
嘘。かっこいいでしょ？
No.
ねえシロハ、かっこいいわよね。
Shiroha looked away awkwardly. I was in shock. Yep, that's right, you're a lamer. Meanwhile, Umi was lively as ever, already chasing down her next butterfly. Shiroha smiled as she watched her.
子供が虫取り網持って走り回ってるの見ると夏休みって感じがするわね。
It's kind of a rare sight in my hometown, actually.
そうなの？昆虫採集とか標本ってしなかったの？
I mean, it's kind of the city, You're just gonna catch some cicadas. I guess some kids who went back to the countryside for the summers did, for the research projects. I'm talking like one kid per class or so at most.
そんなもんなんだ。それにしても。
ほら、あんまり走ると危ないよ。
Shiroha was watching Umi run around and work herself up into a concerned fluster.
シロハが子供の相手するなんてね。
Is it really that rare for her?
あの子、自分から人を寄せつけないようにする癖があるから。
Everyone else said that about her too, didn't they? Back at the welcome party. I mean, I get where they were coming from. But honestly, now that we've gotten at least a little bit closer, I don't think she's all that different from the rest of us at all. You'd figure that out just by talking to her.
無理やり誘ったりすればついてくるんだけどね。
I was a bit curious about the implication behind her choice of words. Do you know if there's a reason why she's like that?
これはシロハが自分から言わないといけないことだから。
Gotcha. Just as I thought, there was some sort of situation surrounding her, and apparently a pretty serious one too. I wonder if she'll ever tell me about it.
でも、あの子が楽しそうにしてるのはあんたのおかげよ。ありがとね。
No, I mean, I've been having plenty of fun myself.
そっか。
ほら、危ない。
大丈夫。
Oh, that was quick. So we are just doing some of the days kind of rapid fire, like bop bop bop. All right, what's on the docket? I played hide and seek with Mom, and everyone else played with us too. With Roichi and Tensen there too. Gotcha.
今度はかくれんぼなの？
Yeah, looks like it. So, I was hoping to get a bunch of people together.
それなら飲み気に言う方が早いわね。
Wouldn't using the island broadcast system be overkill for something like this?
普通に連絡取ってくれるだけよ。
Okay then, I'll ask her after lunch. I took a break midway through finding participants to go home for a while. Just as I thought, Shiro had come over and was keeping Umi company.
リクエスト作ってみるけど。
Lunchtime came around, and Umi said she wanted fried rice. Mom was responding to her request. According to Nomiki, fried rice was the best on the island. I was pretty interested too, so I figured that if I could learn her recipe, I might be able to make it too. Well, we don't have a wok here, yeah. We only have a frying pan though. Is that gonna be a problem?
フライパンなりの作り方をする。調味料はどこ？
This is actually all of them. Not enough?
なんとかしてみる。
Shiro got to work on the fried rice. She started off with the rice cooling technique she told me about before. She cooled off the rice with a fan right after taking it out of the rice cooker. She'd already turned on the burner to get the pan warmed up.
油は ラードはないけどサラダ油で。
Well, looks like we're missing some pretty fundamental ingredients and seasonings after all. But Shira kept cooking regardless. She poured oil into the hot, steaming pan. A lot more of it than I'd expected, actually. After that, she moved from step to step with incredible speed. She started by pouring in some beaten eggs. She stirred them into the oil a bit, then immediately threw in the rice, mixing it all together with skillful Traxxas motions. Whoa.
おー
I couldn't keep up with her speed at all. No way I'd be able to use this as a reference. Tossing the rice around like that, as if it were dancing midair. Yeah, not happening. She pressed the rice into the pan with a wooden spoon, then broke it up with a sort of slicing motion. And before I knew it, she started casually throwing in the seasonings. Finally, she poured soy sauce into the side of the pan so it didn't quite touch the rice, added a bit of pepper, mixed it all up, and shut the stove
でき
off.
た。
From start to finish, the cooking process took about 3 minutes. I could tell that the fried rice piled up in front of me was on a totally different level from the stuff I'd produced. The delightful scent tickled my nostrils.
80点。
It took the high score based on smell alone. Well, the stuff I made was really even fried
お
rice.
母さん、食べていい？うん、召し上がれ。いただきます。
She scooped up a big spoonful of the freshly fried rice. Munch, munch. Delicious. This is some gold medal level fried rice.
90
Not 100? You got some strict standards.
点。100点にはちょっと足りない。
You're one of those teachers where like a true 100 doesn't exist. There's always something you can find wrong with it. Which, personally, I think defeats the purpose of it. Like, sure, there could be more improvements. However, you're grading it off the rubric and the criteria of the assignment, not whether it is literally a flawless masterpiece. If you completed all the assignments, all the prerequisites to the satisfactory level to get full points in each category, then you get 100.
うみちゃん、チャーハン好きなの？好き。そう。じゃあ今度は調味料一式持ってくるね。もっと美味しくなるの？
Apparently.
うん、なるよ。わあ、楽しみ。
In that case, I'll do my best to get my hands on a wok before then.
そうしてくれると助かる。
Shira took a bite of her own fried rice. You don't look satisfied with it.
55点。
This is 55 points? Just how impossibly delicious is it when you go all out? I'm almost frightened. If you don't mind, can you teach me the recipe too? I want to get good enough to make it on my own. Good enough to make Umi say it's tasty
わ
anyway.
かった。今度メモに書く。
That'd be perfect, thanks. Last time I asked her for the recipe, she didn't even bother to refuse properly. I was happy that Umi brought the two of us so much closer
チ
together.
ャーハンおいしい。お父さん、もっと修行。
Don't call me dad.
うん。
Anyway, better hurry up and eat. Playing hide and seek in the afternoon after all. Happy 1 second and sulking the next. Kids really do change moods at the drop of a hat. I wonder if Shira and I were like that when we were little too. Yup. Kids are all a bunch of little shitters.
遅いぞ。
Sorry, took longer than I figured for Umi to get ready. And wait, whoa. You guys really did gather up quickly, huh?
かくれんぼか。久しぶりだ。子供相手だろうと手加減はせん。
Umi seemed frightened and hid behind Shira.
あんまり脅かさないで。
Somehow, Shira was a bit quieter than she tended to be at our house. I figured her loner mode was activating
だ
again.
が、シロハがこうしてみんなと遊ぶとはな。
Don't draw attention to it. Is it really that rare?
年単位でなかったことだ。
She looked a bit uncomfortable.
シロハ、知ってるか？お前が参加してない間に結構島のルール変わってるんだぜ。
ルール
Yep, the game has evolved.
島の中で遊ぶとき上半身裸だと飲み気に打たれるんだ。
He said it with such vigor, I could almost feel his words physically.
普通そうじゃないの？
島のルールっていうか一般常識じゃない。
仮にルールだとしても誰も困らない。
やべえぞハイリー、俺たちの味方がいねえ。
Don't lump us together. Wait, stop making it sound like I wanted to strip too. Kind of bothers me that you're shocked about this. On a more important note, should we decide on the rules for hide and seek?
ルールだが、あまり範囲が広くなっても探すのが辛い。
Mm-hmm.
この駄菓子屋の周辺としよう。
Like how many blocks? Yeah, since Umi's playing, that sounds about right. Game's all for Umi's entertainment when it comes down to it. You should set it up though that so she'll definitely enjoy it.
さて、同年代最速発見記録を更新するか。
隠れるにもその人間のパターンというものがある。それを読むだけのこと。
I mean, you're not wrong.
虫取りの時に身につけた気配を消す技使わせてもらうわ。
Huh? Are they actually really serious about this? Hey, Nomiki-san? This is just a game we're playing to keep Umi happy, right?
何を言っている？かくれんぼは遊びではない。狩るか狩られるかだ。
Countryside hide and seek scary as hell. Anyway, let's get started. First, we played rock, paper, scissors.
あ、
Shiro loses.
私の鬼からね。お母さん、大丈夫？
Yeah, she'll be fine.
大丈夫。海ちゃんもしっかり隠れてね。それじゃ、白羽はゆっくり10数えるんだ。よーい。
Damn, only 10? Fuck. The game began.
1、2、
As Shirha slowly counted, the rest of us scattered out to search for hiding places.
えっと。
Move! Umi found something and stopped. It was a discarded, half-rotten cardboard box. She got down on all fours and stuck her head into it. The top of her hat and her rear end were sticking out on the other side. You could say she was burying her head in the sand, but really, not even her head was properly covered.
7、8。
Ah, crap! I hurriedly looked for a hiding place myself. I decided to hide somewhere where I could still see Umi. Everyone seemed to have found their own hiding spots, and the area looked abandoned.
10。
Shirha finished counting.
もういいかい？もういいよ。
Umi was the only one to answer. She'd be able to guess where Umi was hiding from her voice alone, likely. Hence, the cheating adults chose not to answer. Shira apparently decided that response was good enough and began to move. I tried to breathe as quietly as possible and peeked out at her from my hiding place. She searched around in complete silence. It's a bit weird for hide and seek, but it was a very Shira-like way of searching. She was moving towards Umi's hiding place. Oh crap, Umi! Shira stopped in her tracks. Umi's hat was sticking out from the box just ahead of her.
と
Shira had most definitely noticed her. She looked bewildered.
みんなどこかな？
Putting on an incredibly obvious front of ignorance, she wandered right past Umi. Looks like she decided to pretend she hadn't noticed. Passing by Umi, Shira was moving in my direction. Straight forward. Directly. Toward me.
見つけた。
Oh, come on! Wasn't that just a bit too easy?
だって見えてたし、あんなに顔出してたらわかる。
Ah, that's fair. I guess I had been a bit too concerned about Umi. I looked over at her, and Shira followed my gaze. Let's just put that off for now, okay?
まずみんなを見つける。
They all seemed really gung-ho about hiding, you know?
やれるだけやってみる。
Shira went back to searching for everyone. And as it so happened, she was a much better hunter than I had anticipated.
マッチというかの。
さあ
天然くん見つけた。
しまった。つい試合の癖が。
Yep, got you by the Pavlovian response.
裸祭り。
バージバージ。
良一見つけた。
And now you set the bait
しまっ
for your next target.
衝動が抑えられなかったが。
飲み木ライフルが見えてる。
しまった。つい撃ってしまった。
Hook, line, and sinker.
そういえばこの前この辺りにエッチな本が落ちていたの。
Russell, Russell.
青を見つけた。
違うから本が捨てられてたらゴミになっちゃうから探そうとしただけなの。
Yeah, of course. Sure, I found them one after another, using only her words. Oh, they're a bunch of suckers. Or so I thought at first. Before long, I was more surprised by Shira than anything. I've been told she didn't hang out with everyone else much, but it looked like she understood them perfectly anyway. I could really tell that they'd all been together on the island for a long time. But despite that, when she wanted to be alone, everyone else understood and let her be. I guess it's just more proof of the strength of their
あ
bond.
とは海ちゃんだけだな。
She was playing it up on purpose.
海ちゃんはどこかな。
She'd already found her and walked back towards the first area. We hadn't budged an inch and was in exactly the same pose as before. Shira had almost reached her. She looked over in my direction. Met her gaze and nodded.
海ちゃん見つけた。
She tapped Umi on her hat.
Huh?
And the hat fell to the ground.
これは
What? Rather than Umi, within the box was a large log.
ほう変わり身か。
なかなかやるじゃないか。
I thought her hiding place was an open secret. Where did she find the time to pull off a high-level technique like that?
でもそれじゃあどこに隠れたのかしら。
それを見つけるからかくれんぼだろ。
Fair enough. I underestimated this game. You really do have to play for real. Shira set off in search of Umi once more. There's no sign of her presence. Or so I thought. But Shira was clearly moving towards a specific destination. She walked right up to the place where I'd hidden.
海ちゃん見つけた。見つかっちゃった。
I get it. After Shira found me, Umi swapped places while she was busy looking for the others. But how did you know? I looked over at Shira while I popped Umi's hat back on her head.
なんとなくあなたの真似をするんじゃないかなと思って。
Yep, one brain cell. Huh. Shira really was good at observing
ほ
people.
んじゃ次の鬼は入りだな。
Oh, is that how we're playing? First person to get caught would be it for the next game. Alright, I'll find all of you in a flash. Wait, they're already gone? There were no hints, not a single trace of anyone to be seen. They really were going all out. Well, for now, 1, 2, 3, count it up to 10. 10. Are you ready?
まあいいよ。
Umi was the only one to answer honestly once again, though something stifled her halfway through. Was she hiding with someone? Since this was all for Umi's sake, I figured I'd just check where she was hiding to start. I walked over in the direction the voice came from. I almost said found you, but swallowed my words at the last second and hid myself instead. Umi was in Shira's arms, her face buried in her chest. I see how it is. Two of them hid together. Where could everyone be? I wandered away from them, not especially subtly, and started searching for everyone else. Set off without hesitation. Before I hit last round, I did a loop around the area and checked out all the good hiding places. Considering that they'd be working under a time limit, I could basically imagine which places everyone would choose. If I just check those places one after another, I'll find everyone for sure. Yep, that was fast. No time at all, I found my first person. Found you, Roichi. Hey, I said I found you. He didn't answer. Rather, he didn't move at all. Couldn't be him. God, it's just a shirt! the same body replacement jutsu that Umi had used. Ah, damn it, he got me.
よーし引っかかった引っかかった驚いたろ今めっちゃ驚いた顔してるぜ
Yeah, I'm surprised, alright. Surprised you came out all on your own. Found you, Orichi.
あ
Are you an idiot? I'll keep this pace up and find everyone else too.
深くまたしても撃ってしまった
Oh, for a water gun, that thing really hurts. I'd taken off my shirt to draw Nomiki out of hiding.
同じ手にしてやられるとはもう引っかからんぞ
You will. Match point, Kano.
さあうわー引っかかった青はどうして見つかったんだ
お願い聞かないで
She was looking at porn someone dropped on the ground. I didn't even have to try.
話す
Who's dropping all the fucking porn on this island?
白羽が言ってた方本当に落ちてたのか
Can we see it?
な残るは白羽と海か
I already know where they are, though. Shiroha, Umi, where are you? I called out and pretended to search for them. Shiroha, Umi! I shouted their names as I approached their hiding place. When suddenly, Shiroha's face popped into view. Huh? She pressed a finger up to her lips. I guess she wanted me to be quiet. What's going on over there? I quietly snuck up to their hiding place and peeked inside. Passed out? Yep. Umi was curled into a ball, fast asleep in Shiroha's lap. Oh, did she fall asleep?
隠れてるうちに
I guess since I saved them for last, they waited so long she got sleepy. Oh, man. I'm amazed she can sleep that well in a place like this.
ほんと
Your sleeping face was so peaceful. I was smiling along with Shiroha before I knew
どう
it.
した問題でも起こったか
Everyone was walking over, so this time it was my turn to press a finger to my
あ
lips.
れ寝ちゃった
Everyone gathered round. I think about it, it's actually getting pretty late.
じゃそろそろお開きかね
それがいいだろう
It just felt like the right time somehow.
じゃあどうしよう
Oh, well, you're stuck like that until she wakes up, so. Shiro is pinned down by Umi and couldn't move. I'll carry her.
そっと
I gently lifted Umi up and carried her on my back. Up you go. She look okay?
よく寝てる
Shiro smiled gently as she watched Umi sleep.
白羽なんかなんでもない
よーしじゃ帰るぞ
アホ大声出すな海ちゃんが起きるでしょ
すまん
Everyone took one last look at Umi, then quietly departed for home. Shiro walked along beside me, gently rubbing Umi on the back.
あの3人
あ本当の親子のようだなやっぱそう思うよね
Yep, good for them. I'm sure nothing sad or dramatic will ever happen. What was it? It was the 8th? For the 9th or the 10th? Are we skipping days? I don't know. I had a bad dream. Dream about having a terrible fight with my dad. That wasn't anything unusual. This time, I said something awful. I said that I wished Mom was here instead. Even though I knew that was something I should never, ever say. It came out before I knew it. I felt terrible. I remember the face my father made. It wasn't an expression of anger or grief. It was closer to anguish. I felt like I had to run away, no matter what, and woke up. And yet, The dream didn't end there. The whole next day, I felt a mysterious, unending sense of deja vu. It was just like my dream. So, once again, I fought with my father, and once again I said
お
it.
母さんがいればよかったのに。
It was hard to tell if that was older Umi or what. Actually, let me see if I can listen to it again with the sizzling in the background, though.
お母さんがいればよかったのに。お母さんがいればよかったのに。
Sounded more Umi. Okay. Because there was no, because it's the person in the dream speaking. We don't know who it is, so we don't put a name there. It was lunchtime, and I was swinging about a frying pan. Naturally, I was making fried rice. Shira stood next to me, her arms crossed, directing my every movement.
もっとご飯を切るように。フライパンを常に揺すって熱をご飯に均等に与えるの。
Like this, right? Putting all of her advice into practice, I produced a plate of fried rice. How's it look? Umi stared as I set the plate onto the table. Judging by looks alone, it was some first-class fried rice. She slowly lifted a spoonful of it into her little mouth.
41点。
All right, passing grade.
消せない。
In what academic scenario?
どうして私の教えたレシピでこの味に。
Shira seemed legitimately shocked by the results.
私の教え方
Maybe.
下手だった。
No, see, there's some kind of curse upon the Kato household. Kyoko-san were the one cooking. The same recipe and the same technique would result in something even more dangerous, unique than this. Though actually, I'm pretty sure my mother's cooking wasn't like that at all.
もっと修行する。
Yeah, I'll get 100 points from you someday. Just wait.
早く中華鍋を手に入れて。
Right. The path of fried rice sure is a strict one. After lunch, Umi and Shiraha played around with origami again. Meanwhile, I double-checked the magic picture diary. Tomorrow's page had kind of caught my attention. Weather sunny. Today I played with Mom in the pool. The slide was fun. She'd written about a pool. A pool. Something in the depths of my heart reacted to that word. It was pain that I'd all but forgotten since I arrived on the island. It seemed I'd just hidden it away, and was still far from recovery. I was just pretending not to see it. Hey, Umi, about the pool tomorrow. What kind of slide do you mean?
スライダ
Yeah, thought so. Shira, are there any leisure pools on this
ー。
island?
ない。
Yeah, figures. Even putting aside the matter of my trauma, I got the feeling that tomorrow's intro would be a pretty tough one to fulfill.
あと、流れるプール。
And up goes the difficulty level. This isn't something I'll be able to throw together on my own. Shira, I'm going out for a bit. Can you look after
い
Umi?
いけど、どこに？
Ask around about making a pool.
なんかあんた困ったらここに来てない？
I mean, coming here solved the problem every time so far. Plus, the people I was looking for just happened to all be here.
今日は暑いからな。
この店のかき氷は小さな頃から食べてきたからな。
それで次はなんだ？
It's, well, a pool.
プール？
それなら小学校にあるぜ。
It has to have a water slide and a lazy river, though.
そんなものはこの島にないぞ。
Yeah, sure, already mentioned. That's why I came here for advice. You think we could make them?
ウォータースライダーと流れるプールをか？
I nodded silently.
また無茶ぶりね。
It has to be ready by tomorrow.
正気か？なぜもっと早くに言わない？計画を立ててくれればまだ案を立てられたものを。
Sorry about that.
We've been going through them one day at a
明
time.
日までにウォータースライダーと流れるプール。
普通に考えれば不可能だ。
Yeah, you might just have to catch a ferry in the train and like go to an actual water park. Possible? Man.
ああ、だからこそ
燃える。
島暮らしの基本は自給自足。遊び道具なんてな特にな。
ウォータースライダーの一つや二つ。
Yeah, the water
自
slide's
作し
not
て
too
みせよ
hard. You can knock that out with like some sloped, plywood and some planks and, get a tarp and cover with like soap and water or something to, make a slide. But as for the lazy river, oh, you guys, I had no idea you could be this reassuring.
まずは完成図を書いて材料集めだ。
飲み木、少年団の備品を使うぞ。
ことがことだ。いいだろう。
こんな大きな山、上着を着てられねえな。
普段なら撃つところだが、
Mm-hmm.
今回は多めに見よう。
あっしゃ
下は脱ぐな。
Yeah.
こんなところに入荷したての画用紙があるわね。
Uh-huh.
買おう。スライダーの図面を引く。
毎度あり。どうしたの？
No, it's just that this is all happening because of my request. I was wondering why everyone goes so far to help me out.
別に深い意味はないわよ。
Yeah, they're bored.
この島で夏の思い出を持って帰ってもらいたい。それだけよ。それに私たちも楽しいしね。
Yeah, win-win. Islanders here really know how to come together. They didn't hesitate at all to step into my business, thinking about my needs all the while. It's almost like they were teaching me everything that I lacked.
とりあえず小学校のプールを開放、小屋の上から滑り台を設置すればそれなりに長さが楽しめるスライダーを作れる。
では私の方で小学校に許可を取っておこう。
とりあえず絶対にいりそうなものってなんだ？
長いホース、
Uh-huh.
それとビニールシートだな。
ホースは港の方にあるわ。ビニールシートは灯台にあるはずよ。
So, hey.
どうした？
他にも注文があるのなら遠慮せず言ってくれ。
No, not that. Thank you.
そういうのはちゃんと完成した時に言ってくれ。
まだ絵に描いた餅でしかないからな。だが完成させてみせよう。
ほらほら、良一はさっさと港に行ってホースを取ってくる。
We got construction work to do.
灯台は距離あるからバイク乗ってるハイリが取ってきて。結構重たいから荷台があってちょうどいいし。
Yeah, and when you're there, you can invite, Shizuku and Sumugi to come.
今夜は寝かさねえぞ。
望むところだ。
The two boys gazed at each other, fire in their eyes.
青、どうして頬を染めている？
See, I knew. That's why I read it like that.
ほら、男どもは言った言った。
We split up for the moment, planning to meet again later at the elementary school pool. I headed off towards the lighthouse on the Cub. Speaking of the lighthouse, I wonder if those two will be there.
高原さん、パイリ君、いらっしゃい。
Hey there! I've got some business at the
灯
lighthouse.
台にですか？何でしょう？
I heard there was a plastic sheet somewhere around here. Seen anything like that?
災害時用の保管分がたくさんありますね。何に使うの？
Well, you see. Exposition. I explained to them about Umi's picture diary and about how we're reaching the others for helping me make it come
お
true.
お、それはとても素敵なことですね。できれば私たちもお手伝いしたいと思うのですが。そうね。ウォータースライダーを自分たちで作るなんていい思い出になりそうね。
Well, if it goes poorly, we might be at it all night, you know?
できる範囲で手伝います。
Seems like it'd be pretty quick once you get, like, the materials to, like, prop it up.
それに人手は多い方がより早く作れるわよ。
Honestly, that'd be great. We're making it at the elementary school's pool, so we're all meeting up there later.
了解しました。
I loaded up the huge plastic sheet onto the Cub's rack and set off again. But before going to the elementary school, I stopped back at the home. I read that sentence really weird and my cadence was strange. Let's move on. I'm home!
おかえり。おかえりなさい。
Shirha emerged right behind her. Kind of felt like my wife and child were coming out to greet me. I felt a sort of warm and fuzzy feeling in my chest. Well, I said at home, but I'm actually going back out in just a minute.
お仕事？
Work? Well, I guess you could call it work, yeah.
ふみ
For a second, Umi looked sad.
平気。お父さんは仕事がお仕事。
Yeah, you don't want to be living on the streets, do ya? Dad must be the type to spend all his time at work and leave the house empty. But still, sorry. And also, I might not make it home tonight.
明日の準備？
Yeah, everyone's helping me out with it.
そっか。
So, if I were to ask you to stay here tonight and look after Uni? Kyoko's here.
いきなり外泊はちょっと無理。
Yeah. No, it's fine. I just thought I might as well ask.
ごめん。
Who's texting me? Better not be anything important. It is not important. It is the work group chat literally called Shenanigans. Nothing important going on.
夜一人でも平気。ちゃんとお留守番できる。京子さんもいるし。
Yeah, I'm really sorry.
泊まれないけど、なるべく遅くまではいるよ。
She nodded, but her heart wasn't in it. I've gone and made her remember all that bad stuff. Sorry to keep you waiting.
俺も今来たとこだから平気さ。
Stripped bare to the waist and sparkling with sweat, Ferrucci seemed invigorated. Over in the shadow of the building, Tenzin fiddled with his glasses as he drew up schematics for the water slide. Tenzin's incredible, huh? I didn't know he was an architect.
絵を描いてそのまま形にするだけのこと。誰でもできることだろう。
Huh? By the way, how much weight will it support and stuff?
神のみぞ知。
Yep, we'll find out. And just like that, I was worried.
その大きさだと支柱代わりになるものを1メートル間隔で置いた方が良さそうね。
水織先輩。
どうしてここに？あ、チッス。
Huh? Why are you guys freaking out?
水織先輩はうちの学校の生徒会長なんだ。
Okay.
どうしてお前が知り合いになっているんだ。
Through boobs. Yeah, we met at the lighthouse.
そうか。それは何よりで。
Hey, Ruichi, is it just me or does Tenzin seem really stiffened up when Shizuku's around?
憧れの人ってやつだ。
I get it. By the way, Shizuku-san, where's Samugi?
東大でパリングルスの空き容器を整理してるわ。
Pringles? Like, the tubes, those kinds of pricey potato chips come in? Pricey? Pringles? I don't know about that. Maybe over, like, a regular bag, but I feel like you get more Pringles than, like, a regular bag of potato chips. But I don't even like Pringles that much. They're like dehydrated potato powder, kind of like reconstituted into, you know, potato chip shape. If you've ever gotten like the real cheap mashed potatoes in a box where you just add hot water and like shake it around in a bag, they're like those, I feel like. I'll eat them, but I definitely prefer real chips.
きっとこの滑り台の役に立つわ。
Huh. How exactly does she plan on using them?
だからはい貴様なぜ水織先輩をファーストネームで呼んでいる。
Huh? The girl she was hanging out with kept calling her Shizuku, so it just kind of turned out that way.
年上に対して少々慣れ慣れしいのではないか。
No.
別に加納くんも下の名前で呼んでいいわよ。
そんな恐れ多い。
パイリくんはフレンドリーだね。
I really wish you'd stop calling me that.
パイ水織先輩がパイと。
Shizuku-san, do you keep the boob talk on the down low most of the time?
生徒会長さんしてるときはちょっと真面目よ。
Do you now? In that case, think you could file my name into the same category? No, wait. This might be bad?
帰り
Tenzin's glare was drilling a hole through me.
随分と集まっているわね。ああ、生徒会長も島に来ていたのか。
Now, when Nomiki appeared, carrying something along with them. Yeah, she's here to help.
夏の思い出はいいものにしたいものね。
人手が多いに越したことはないわ。ああ、その通りだ。ご助力感謝する。
Nomiki doesn't really change her attitude when talking to her seniors, does she?
直さねばいかんと分かってはいる
I
が。
actually prefer that kind of stance when talking to people.
島育ちって
Yeah.
ちょっとの年の差って気にしなくなっちゃうのよね。
And it really just depends on how much you know the person. Like, obviously, if it's someone you just meeting, maybe don't go for the casual approach right off the bat. But it's like at work, you know. I work with people, they're higher ranked than me, they're in higher positions, you know, supervisory on like just a higher level. But it's like, I've known for like 5 years. You know, you just talk with them. It makes it easier. Like, you can play the, oh, yes, Sergeant so-and-so, I'm reporting that you requested, It's just easier to knock on the door and be like, hey, what was the thing you need me to do? It's like, okay, I'll go do it. I'll text you later. Bye. And then you go do it. It just makes life a lot easier.
まあまあ。ね、ビニールプール持ってきてくれたか？
ああ、まだ捨てていなかった。
オーケーオーケー。じゃあ始めようぜ。
Pool. Tenzin's plan for a water slide were as follows. First, we install a small inflatable pool at the top of the pool shed. We fill up that pool with a hose. Then, we'd stretch the plastic sheeting from that inflatable pool to the main pool down below. And make a slide about as tall as the second floor of a building. Okay, so like from the floor of the second floor or the ceiling of the second floor? Because that dramatically increases the height, whether we're talking like 12 feet or like 20 plus feet. When the water overflows from the inflatable pool, it'd get the sheet wet, which would supposedly cut down on the friction.
なるほど。一度ビニールプールに水を溜めておくというのはよく考えてるわね。
恐縮であります。
緊張する天然なんてめったに見られないんだぜ。
Yeah, this will make a good memory too. Using Tenzen's drawing as a basis, we gathered up all the additional materials it looked like we need. With Shizuku-san around to give us clear and precise advice, we gradually turned our plan into reality. Then there were those Pringles containers that Samugi brought over from the lighthouse. We decided to use them as props to hold up the slide. Maybe try some 2x4s? It's just a thought? On their own, they were disconcertingly unsteady, but when bundled together, they became an astonishingly stable pillar. Pringles are a force to be reckoned with. By the time we'd finally assembled all the materials we needed, the sun was already beginning to set. But the real work was only just beginning. We used a bunch of old tables that were piled up behind the town hall as a base for the slide. After shaving off the splinters with a woodworking plane and covering them in plastic, they'd probably be safe. Night fell, and Shizuku-san caught the last ferry back to the mainland. No way around that, unfortunately. Yeah, you don't want to deal with her fucking bitch mom. Next, Samugi succumbed to sleepiness and staggered off home. That was around 9, incidentally. Nighttime or not, I was moving around and working up quite a sweat. Yeah, it tends to get like more humid at night too once the sun goes down. You can kind of get like that heat haze in the air. But I couldn't complain about feeling gross or being tired or anything of the sort. I think this will work for the sports.
そんなもんだろ。
こっちもできたぞ。
Haruchi brought over a prop to match mine. Before Shizuku-san left, she did a bunch of calculations to figure out the optimal height, so they fit together perfectly.
少し休憩しよう。
そうだな。 ペースを考えないと後半集中力を欠く。
Huh? By the way, where's Al?
ああ、この時期だから家の都合で山だな。
ああ、あれは県大会予選の2試合目の時。
Filming stuff on the mountain. Isn't that dangerous?
それは大丈夫だ。もう慣れたものだからな。
明らかに実力では俺に劣る相手との対戦。俺はウサギを狩る獅子のごとく全力で戦った。
Uh-huh. Anyhow, sorry to make you all stay out so late.
おいおい、礼はともかく謝るのはなしだぜ。
しかし相手は勝つプレーではなく負けないプレーで対抗してきた。
But in the end, this is all for the sake of my own personal circumstances.
その都合に私たちから乗ったのだ。
そうそう、むしろ楽しいイベントをセンキュー。
結果体力を使わされた俺は後半になると膝が笑い始めた。
うるさい。
Thank you. Tenzin finally went quiet.
でもよ、どうしてそんなに頑張るんだ？
What do you mean?
俺たち島の人間は正直娯楽に飢えてる。でもお前って都会に住んでて遊ぶとことかいっぱいあるだろ？海ちゃんのためとはいえ、なんでこんなに頑張るんだろうって思ってさ。
Yeah, you can do cool things like go to the convenience store and I don't know, smoke a cigarette in the park. Like real exciting city stuff.
海は親戚とはいえ会ったばかりなんだろ？
I guess, yeah. It's driving me so far, huh? Can't really explain it properly myself, but I guess I just wanted to accomplish something this summer. It was a feeling somewhat resembling impatience, a restlessness, as if this was my very last chance. I wonder what it is that's causing me to feel this way. I don't even know myself. But still, I had a powerful feeling that this summer, I absolutely couldn't give up. I absolutely couldn't give up on anything.
今の答えになってるか？
どうかな。
Sorry, I really don't know how to put it in words. But what I can say is that the time I've spent with all of you guys has been fun.
そうか。
それは何よりってやつだ。
Nomiki and Rumbrichi smiled.
休憩中だった？
青、お役目は終わったのか？
うん、今夜はおしまい。
Yeah, you find more porn in the woods?
てなわけで手伝いに来たんだけど、途中で面白いの拾っちゃった。
面白いの？
ってあれ、さっきまで隣にいたのに。あ、こら、隠れるな、シロハ。
Spooky. What? Al dragged Shira out from the building's shadow, where she'd been hiding. Oh, Shira.
夜遅くなるって言ってたから、差し入れ持ってきた。
Some fried rice. She brought out a plastic bag. Thanks. I was just getting pretty hungry. But is it really okay for you to be out of the house this late?
あれ、私にはそんなこと言わなかったのに。
Nah, we don't care about you.
私もそういう心配のされ方はなかったぞ。
Yeah, I kind of figured it wouldn't be an issue for you two somehow.
イラッとするわね。ゲセナ。
こっそり出てきたからあんまり長くはいられない。でも、
Damn, are there fucking
海ちゃんのために
any people in this
頑張っ
island
て。
with parents right now? Like Shira's parents, dead. Nomiki's parents, fucking off doing their whatever thing. You know, as far as she's concerned, they're basically dead. Ao's parents are both gone on work. Samugi's parents are, well, depends on whether you classify our current Samugi as the Samugi from back then, either dead or non-existent due to the fact of her being like an apparition. Shizuku's parents, a single mom who's a bitch that she just like tries to not be around. Shiki, no parents, orphan. Adoptive father, dead. Yeah, there's like no one. You're all like on your own. That sucks, huh? Yeah, Furumi-chan, I will.
目を覚ましたら何とも言えない空気なんだ。
You should go back to sleep.
俺は
もうちょっと黙っといて。
しかし、この二人の空気は何というか。
ああ、プンプン匂うぜ。
Yeah.
ヘタレの香りがよ。
She's out of my line of sight. The four of them are talking crap about us. Shira is just playing the role of Umi's mother. That's all there is to our relationship. Nothing more, nothing less.
それじゃ私帰る。差し入れあったかいうちに食べて。それじゃ。
Shira turned about and departed. It was so dark, I couldn't really tell. But I'd like to think she was blushing a bit.
確かに匂うわね。あ、ヘタレの香りだ。
Maybe we'll just go ahead and eat all of this on my own.
待て、それはずるいぞ。
それはここにいるみんなに届けられたものを均等な分配を提言する。
Nah, I can eat 5
って
portions.
いうか中身何？すごくいい匂いなんだけど。
この匂い。白羽のチャーハンか。
Oh, made into rice balls, that is. And wait, she made it at home. That means this is Shiraha's 100% full power fried rice. I unwrapped one of the rice balls. Everyone else grabbed one too. It was still piping hot. Munch. I took a bite. But when it touched my tongue, it was like an explosion of flavor, or aroma, or umami, or whatever in my mouth. This is the flavor that I'm pursuing? I was holding it in my hand, and somehow it felt like it was floating far, far above me. Now I'm hungry. Because it's almost 4 o'clock and I really want food. I think I'll be a fat ass and get like McDonald's today. Not a lot, but I've made the dangerous fucking decision of downloading the McDonald's mobile app. Mainly because it's got some like really good fucking deals on there. Like really good. I'm not saying you should do it. In fact, it's probably better if you don't. Better for your health. But, you know, if it's like once a week, you know, just swing by there. It can set you up pretty nicely. That's all I'm saying. After we finished eating Shiraha's rice balls, we got right back to work. We were all engrossed in the project, and it felt like time passed by in an instant. Finally, as the eastern sky began to brighten.
滑り心地問題なし。
ということは
梅、
完成だ。
Yippee! Time to go home and get some sleep.
なかなか充実した夜だった。
Thank you, everyone. Never even dreamed we'd managed to make this incredible of a water slide.
すでに夏の思い出になったぜ。にしても、さすがに眠いな。
I mean, the sun's just coming up. It's also August, so it's probably like 4:30 about, maybe even 4. It depends like how far you're in on the time zone, whether you're like on the eastern edge or the western edge, like where it really comes, you know, when the sun rises within that hour. But
ここでこのまま仮眠でも取るか。
あれ、飲み木立ったまま寝てる。
you ever fall asleep walking? Used to do that a bunch. Not during basic, but during tech school, marching to our classes in formation, or marching to like our morning PT sessions in formation. It's like 5 in the morning, and we're walking. And it's like, dude, I'm so fucking tired. Like, just kind of shut your eyes, go on full little automated mode. Your body knows the way because you've walked that path so many times that you just kind of like fall asleep walking.
何今の？
Yes.
すっげえ可愛いんだけど。
幼稚園くらいの時に聞いた以来の声だったな。
忘れろ。
Nomiki got all flustered and made a commotion. This might be the first time I've seen the side of her. As for me, given the time, looks like I'll be getting home just in time to leave again for radio
あん
calisthenics.
た、あれ言ってるの？
I'm mostly just taking Umi to the
ラジオ体操か。懐かしいな。ラジオ体操大好きさんはまだやっているのか。
今の大好きさんは2代目よ。
second generation. It's hereditary?
先代は私たちの親の代からやってたらしいわよ。
ああ、聞いたことあるな。100歳まであの体操をしてたって。
God damn. For real?
そのぐらいこの島のラジオ体操は効果あるってことよ。
Those weird exercises are, sure.
ラジオ体操に行くんならもう行けよ。
片付けは俺たちでやっておく。
Sorry. Thanks for everything. I'm heading out then. Seriously, thanks so much.
おお、元気に走ってったな。
本当に海ちゃんのことになると一生懸命なのね。
I rushed on home without a moment's rest after the all-nighter. Umi, it's time for radio calisthenics. Come on, up and at 'em. Let's go. After the radio calisthenics are over, we're going to the pool today, right?
プールあるの？
Yeah, it's got a water slide. I choked on the word. But first up's radio calisthenics. What we get? Oh. We showed up for radio calisthenics, then went home for breakfast. By the way, today's login bonus was plum juice. Mmm.
安田さんちの自家製の梅ジュースね。
I fuck with some plum juice. I like prunes too, and prune juice, because I'm an ancient ass man. Ugh. They're asking about stuff in the work group chat that I just saw for like volunteers to go work a gross position. And I'm like, no. And it seems like everyone else is saying, no. So, fortunately, I'm too high of a skill level to go work that, and that's not me just tooting my own horn. Like, I am literally a different, like, category of technician. So, I am overqualified for that one. That's for some fucking shit kid to go work. I got, like, real shit to do. Like, play this visual novel for you all. Well, the plum flavor is really strong, but it's also refreshingly sweet.
結構なお手前ね。
Moderate exercise, bright and early in the morning, followed by a healthy drink, brought my body back into good condition. Despite having been up all night, I was full of energy. I've also been drinking a lot of V8 recently. I have 2 containers. That's how much I've been drinking. They're both empty. I need to go shop and get more. I got the high fiber one, and then I got the low sodium one. The high fiber one, yep, it's got fiber in it. Oh man, sure does it. It sure do. And the low sodium one, yeah, it tastes less salty. Gotta get the ones with, like, the least amount of sugar, though. If you're trying to, like, intermittently fast, or just, like, really cut down on the calories, I highly recommend stuff like V8. Like, the entire jug is, like, 400, like, 600 calories, depending on the one you get. And, like, really low sugar, like, only 4 grams per serving, and there's usually, like, 6 grams per liter, I think. Are they liter and a half, 2 liter? They're not 2 liter. They're close though. It's probably about 1.5 liters. So, if you drink like a quarter of that for like a meal, and then that's like the only thing you do for the day, it's like you're gonna sweat off that way easy. It's gonna just come right off and out of you through your butthole. So, next we got ready for the pool. You okay with this for your swimsuit? Let's see. All that's left is a towel, and am I forgetting anything
ご
else?
めんください。お母さん。
Just as she promised last night, Shiroha came over early in the morning. Good
お
morning.
母さん、おはよう。おはよう。
We're good to go already.
そうだね。みんなが頑張って作ってくれたんだよ。知ってる。だから昨日の夜一人でも我慢できた。
Yep, even though you both abandoned me.
お父さんが海のために頑張ってくれたから。
Not that I'm your dad, though.
もうお父さんでいいんじゃない？
I said it last time too, but that'd make us a married couple.
そうだった。
You don't want that, right?
困るかも。
Well, you had to think about it, though. Right? Huh?
別に何でもないし。海ちゃん、早くプールに行こう。
Shira held Umi's hand as they left the living room. She doesn't mind? I was left behind. my heart beating a bit faster than usual.
お母さん見て、ちゃんと見てるわよ。滑るよ。うわー。
Umi came flying down the slide. Then, a massive plume of water splashed up. Umi didn't resurface. Can she swim?
海ちゃん
Ah, there she is.
すごい。あんまり勢いよく飛び込むと危ないよ。大丈夫。楽しいよ。
Umi was smiling like I'd never seen her smile before. Not that Shira could say no to that
あ
face.
んなに喜ばれるとは徹夜した甲斐もあったってもんだ。
そうね。思ってたのよりもしっかりしたのができたしね。
パリングルスの空き容器が最もいい形で
Sure.
活用できたと思います。
Oh, for sure. They were a huge help. Smoogie and Shizuku had both shown up for a special pool day. Feeling something with everyone during summer vacation was really nice. Gave me a sense of fulfillment I hadn't experienced in so long. I'd forgotten how it felt.
次、お母さん。うん。
Yep, get on the roof. Shiraha waited on standby in the inflatable pool. She glanced around nervously at the slick blue
強
slide.
度は大丈夫だ。陽一が滑っても平気だった。
With a spray of water, Shiraha slid down towards the pool.
うやー
We let out a happy yelp as she was showered by the splash.
面白いね。面白い。
お前ら滑り台の下からはすぐに離れるんだ。
Tenzin, who was filling up the inflatable pool on the roof, shouted at them. But a moment later, he bowed politely.
どうぞ人払いは済ませました。
そんなことしちゃダメよ。みんなで仲良く楽しまないと。
はっ過ぎたまねをしてしまいました。
Correct.
水織先輩の前だとやっぱりテンションがおかしいなあいつ。
それにしてもあの胸
Yeah, let's not have any wardrobe malfunctions.
反則よね。
I mean, yours are good too. Like, you're very proportional, let's say. I was about to say symmetrical. I'm like, well, they are very symmetrical too. But I was very well proportioned. I go to an all-boys school, so I can't really deal with it.
愛理くん。
Shizuku-san waved in my direction. Her boobs swayed from side to side, matching the motion of her arm. Honestly, I can't even look at her.
高原入り
I was too scared to look directly at Tenzin, who was looming beside her too. Suddenly, I noticed a crowd near the entrance. As I got closer, I could tell that they were around elementary school age or so. I figured they wandered over to peek in out of curiosity.
なんかすげえのができてる。あれウォータースライダーって言うんだぜ。
聞いたことある。都会のプールにあるやつだよね。
Mm-hmm.
面白そう。
Y'all want to join in?
いいの？
Sure. Kinda took the place over unilaterally, after all. Umi, is it okay for them to join? It's okay for them to join us, right? She looked at the kids lined up at the gate and shrunk back a little. I guess her shyness is finally acting up. But this time was a bit different. As Umi stepped back, Shiraho was there to give her a push forward.
お母さん、みんな一緒だときっと楽しいよ。
Umi turned to Shiraha, nodded, then held out a hand towards the other
一
kids.
緒に遊ぼう。
遊ぼう。私水着取りに帰る。俺も。
Umi looked nervous and might have been hyperventilating a little. But eventually, she looked over at me and her expression softened. A little while later, the kids returned with their swimsuits and the pool got even livelier.
さてとそろそろ頃合いか。
Rochi suddenly shed his clothing. Nomiki's rifle was out in a flash, probably by reflex. But then she seemed to remember that this is a place where nudity was appropriate and lowered it again.
天然 やるぞ洗濯機だ
おうよ。
久しぶりだから緊張するわね。
海ちゃん、ちょっとプールの外に出ておいて。
Washing machine. So what are you gonna do in the pool?
都会の方じゃしねえの？
まあ見ているがいい。
Everyone who had their swimsuits on moved to the outer edge of the pool, spread their arms out, and began walking around its perimeter.
私もこれ好きだったわ。私も水着を持ってくればよかった。
Looks like everyone else already knows what they're up to.
俺も手伝うぜ。私も。
The island grade schoolers jumped in the pool one after another, sort of running along the perimeter in circles as if chasing Ruichi and the others.
何をしてるの？
They're making like a vortex. We watched them, mystified. They said something about a washing machine, but washing their clothes? Yeah, no way.
どんどん行くぜ
足の親指の付け根を意識しながら地面を蹴る。
水の中っておっぱいが軽く感じるから楽でいい
Yeah,
わ
your
ね。
shoulders must appreciate the break. Shizuku-san's words broke Tenzin entirely. As I watched them go, I kind of started to get what they were doing. Washing machine, I see.
よっしそろそろいいぜ
海ちゃん、
Shira held out her hand from within the pool. I'll give it a try. Looks like one of the things you were hoping for. She still didn't seem to get it, but she headed towards the pool, head tilted in confusion. She hopped in and... Everyone moving in a circle together had caused a man-made current within the pool. In other words, a lazy river.
プールの授業の最後はこれだったわね。やはり私も水着を取ってくる。私は見てるだけで十分楽しいからいいわ。
高原さんは泳がないんですか？
It's complicated. I'm satisfied just watching too. Umi and Shirahan were having a blast together. The fact that I made this time for them had me plenty contented. Samugi was humming happily. The tune was kinda gentle, and somehow made me feel at ease. My eyelids grew heavy, as if the song was lulling me to sleep. That's right. I put an all-nighter, didn't I? I sank deeper and deeper into unconsciousness. I had some sort of dream. I could hear Umi's voice from far away in a void of pitch blackness.
もうちょっと近づいてください。
Is here okay?
また
Where'd it go?
あっちです。うわ
You better not fall.
高原さん右。
Right?
今度は左。あっちです。
Left. Got it. All right, I'm picking up the pace.
早い。
Now, this is nothing. I'm nowhere near full speed yet.
す
Umi-chan, where's the stag beetle?
ごい。あっちに止まった。
All right.
また飛んでっちゃう。高原さんもっと早く。
Well, good thing we went back and did Umi's route, huh? You got it. Somehow, the way she spoke was oddly clear and straightforward for Umi. I feel like I've had a similar dream before, too. I want to see more, see what happens next. I stretched my hand out into the void to pull in that fluttering, ephemeral something that flew past me. When my fingertip touched that something, I saw the blue sky. It was dazzling. I shut my eyelids tight again reflexively.
目覚めた？
Shiraha was peering down at my face. Shiraha. I think I was dreaming.
夢？どんな？
What was it again? felt like I'd remembered it perfectly clearly just a moment ago. But somehow, it had completely slipped from my memory. By the way, finally noticed the feeling on the back of my head. It was oddly soft and comfortable. Wait, could it be I'm using your lap as a pillow? As I woke up fully, I noticed the position I was in. Somehow, I ended up sleeping on Shiraha's lap. How did this happen?
あなたがコンクリートの上で寝ちゃってたから
Sometimes you just need to sleep on the concrete. It's fine.
頭痛そうだったしだから
Oh, thanks. But you could have just woken me
起
up.
こせないよ気持ちよさそうに寝てたしそれに一晩中頑張ってくれたんだし
That wasn't just me, though. I looked around at the pool. Everyone was frolicking happily. Umi was playing on the water slide with all the island kids. I could have done it without everyone's help.
ありがとう
Did you just thank me?
うん
Shouldn't that be my line? I've been pulling you into all sorts of crazy stuff, haven't I?
あなたのおかげでいつもと違う夏休みが過ごせてるきっと私一人だといつも通りで誰とも話さない夏休みだったいろいろなことを思い出さ
Yeah,
せてく
just
れた
going to the pond and doing spirit guns and eating fish.
だからありがとうは私の方もなの
You should probably get some blood work done, Shira. Make sure that your body's heavy metal content isn't obnoxiously high from all the random fish you eat. I could see too many S's. I could see Shiraha's smile from right up close. I felt my heart pounding, but right before we left the house this morning, and I can feel it again now. The 12th. I've been getting deja vu a lot lately. Everything I see in my dreams really happens. I thought I was seeing the future, but I was wrong. When I thought I was dreaming, really, my heart was traveling back to the past. When I wished with all my heart to redo something, I could travel back in time. They weren't prophetic dreams, but they were my salvation. I mean, I could undo all the bad stuff that happened to me. It was convenient. So, I told my dad about it. One day, I told him that it would rain. Weather forecast hadn't said anything of the sort. My dad was surprised, but then he made a face like he was disgusted. He said, "No, it won't," and left without an umbrella. He wouldn't believe me. That night, he came home, drenched by the rain. He caught a cold. Because you know who else had weird prophetic dreams about seeing the future? It's kind of the opposite. Weather, Sunny, they sang together. Strange, weird. I wonder if there's some connection there. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I know that's kind of a shorter one today, just shy of 1.5 hours. But like I said, I'm getting fucking hungry, so I'm gonna go get something to eat because I'm starving, dude, and I need to do my homework still. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring the notification bell. Check out the Discord links in the description down below and become a member today. And I will see you guys all later next time for the next episode of Summer Pockets Reflection Blue, where we will continue Alka route and bond more with Shiraha and everyone and Umi, and it'll be a grand old time, and everyone will have a lovely summer vacation with no sad or emotional feelings whatsoever, or complicated, heavy emotional feelings. Let's say you can have happy emotional feelings, but nothing dour, morose, or complicated. That's hard on the heart. Only happy good times here. So yeah, catch you guys all later now. Bye bye.